Hi viewers, it's Ket, and welcome to the 6th installment of my Obby Mauler progress vid series. As we're now left with some of the more difficult and time-consuming grinds, uploads in this series are taking an exceptionally long time to collect clips for. But nevertheless, I am continuing to make gains each and every day with the help of the members in the Obby Elite community and viewers like yourself. So thank you for sticking with me. Since the last video, I've spent over 1,000 hours on this account grinding out some of the more tedious achievements I've ever done on any account ever. I can say I've thoroughly enjoyed skilling, item collecting, PVM, and I've been PKing a ton on this account build. Obbies can quite literally do it all. There now have been some exciting new updates that have just been released and some that are upcoming that benefit Obbies exclusively that we will cover later on in this video. However, without further ado, let's dive on in to see what I've been up to exactly for these past few months. So starting out, here are the starting stats on the account, and just so you know, we've hit 1750 total in the last video. Now let's begin with the achievements. After countless hours of AFK grinding, I set out to obtain 99 woodcutting at a Wintertod clan event where we all met up to have some fun, and there it is! Oh, Kevin just died. Wait a sec. Can we run that back for a second, because he just died when he grasped me.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi. What is your question?
Hi, Kevin.
And that's another skill down. I primarily trained the skill while working from home or when I was wanting to really AFK. I yielded nearly 65k EXP an hour at Redwoods, all the way from 90 to 99. And just like that, another skill cape added to the collection. That's 10 so far. Meanwhile, I just broke the 30 mil threshold for farming, and still no Groot. Yeah, this is saddening, but farming is still not a lot of effort to do once a day, so I really don't care. I also have not been doing as many birdhouse runs as I should, but there's 87 hunter inching closer and closer to 90. You do make quite a lot of money, surprisingly, with birdhouse runs if you do keep up on them. I've also been more focused on the agility grind as of late, and this is just one of those skills that takes an extremely long time to train and a lot of effort, as you have to click somewhat frequently. I know most skill guides say that the Arty course is somewhere between 55 to 62k XP an hour, but for me, in all honesty, it's roughly 35 to 40k if I'm lucky, as I'm not always tick perfect with my clicks, and I usually like to relax doing this skill. So there's 92 agility creeping on in. This is just a skill that's going to take a very long time to reach 99. After getting the next level in agility, I noticed that my total XP reached just over 200 mil. The majority of that coming from my strength and my farming levels, but still, I cannot believe it. And after tens of hours later, I reached 95 agility. It's within reason to believe we are nearing the finish line on this skill, however a few hundred hours still remain in between me and this coveted skill cape. Okay, so fun fact, if you don't know what the definition of AIDS is, just take a look at what I'm doing right now. Yup. The plan is to knock out 100 nuggets here so I can mine at the upper level, and along the way I managed to grab 70 mining, so just 2 more levels till I can go upstairs and still hate my life doing this skill. Rip in peace. On a more entertaining note, our community at Obby Elite decided to test our luck at Vetteon for a few kills during one of our weekend clan events. Wait, what did you just say? Obby's at Vetteon? Well, we used a main to lower its defensive stat with Dragon Warhammer specs, and also to kill the doggies a lot quicker. If you're unfamiliar with this boss, it has 2 forms, and 2 skeleton dogs come out at half health each time. But when you lure Vetteon this way, it does not deal damage to anybody, so this worked out pretty well once the main landed 1 or 2 specs. Ooh, I finally got a kill, and trash. Trash as always. After attempting Vetteon with the fam, it reminded me that Jagex has stated multiple times that they are working on redesigning these wilderness bosses sometime in the near future, so I wanted to test my luck elsewhere. I decided to attempt the big spider herself, Venenatus. Now, the reason she is known as Venenatus is obvious. Vennies often do this boss for money making, hence the name Okay, I get it. I'm not funny. Anyways, this boss requires ranged XP, and I figured I'd dip my toes in a bit while this boss is still available for this viable lure method. Of course, I didn't get lucky at all. Now here's a big one. I've spent hours, it seems, to finally get enough tickets to complete all the 1 defense cosmetics at Castle Wars. The decorative range, and the mage armors, the halos, and even the banners. This minigame is now complete. I'll never have to come back here again. If you've been watching my previous progress videos, that also means that I have officially obtained every halo in the game. What a great feeling this is. After several hours of Brimhaven agility course, I snagged 250 tickets, which is enough to purchase the Brimhaven recolor for my last Graceful set I needed to complete my collection. I am now a proud owner of every Graceful set in the game, and it only took me until 95 agility. Smile. My next achievement is something that has been on my mind for quite some time now. Since I'm going to completely max out this account, surely questing couldn't be left out of the picture. I set out to complete as many quests as my build was able to complete. One by one, I ended up completing every single quest on the list that did not gain my account any further attack nor defense XP. I ended up with an astonishing 171 quest points, and here is the complete list of what I've completed. A stunning number of quests, if I may say so myself. So all I have to be worried about now is any future content or quest that comes out. Everything else is up to date. Lots and lots, and lots and lots and lots of agility. A very exhausting amount of it. That's what's been on my plate. However, what gave me hope to finish off this skill is that I finally reached over 9,000 course laps. Now isn't that something? Being able to consistently work from home while playing RuneScape and grinding some of these more monotonous grinds really has impacted the speed at which I can complete most of my goals yet ahead of me. Agility being one of these, in which I was able to bust out whilst paying attention to my everyday workflow. Now, I didn't get to record every level, as most of them were achieved in the midst of my workday, but it was finally time to celebrate with the gang, and might I say that everyone showed up in support. Looking back at this, I know deep down that I am so lucky to be a part of the Obby community. And now, time for the unthinkable, the moment I achieve 99 agility. This grind has tore me up. No wonder it is the least popular skill cape on RuneScape to date. There it is! 99 agility is finally complete! This surely does come with a sigh of relief, as it opens all the closed doors on my account, aka the ability to train the remainder of runecrafting, smithing, and hunter at maximum efficiency. So, you'll see that next. And wow, might I add that this is such a cool emote. Now, of course, we all celebrated as a bunch with a massive drop party for the Obby Elite gang. Some friends and I pitched in to make this an awesome celebration for everyone in attendance. I truly am lucky. This grind has finally come to a close. Moving on, just like Castle Wars, I've kind of been focusing on minigames a lot more frequently. You'll see here that since my account build is 43 prayer, I was able to boost up to quest Cabin Fever, which requires 47 prayer points somehow. So this unlocked my access to the novel outfits as well as the cool flag rewards. I am currently working on obtaining every single cosmetic piece within the minigame, and I'm only about halfway at the moment, so stay tuned for this. Speaking of minigames, Soul Wars has finally made it to OSRS, and boy do the rewards benefit Obbies. Soul Wars is now the meta for imbuing rings, as you can see me doing here. This requires no magic XP whatsoever, like Nightmare Zone, and it only requires roughly 2 to 3 hours per imbue. Soul Wars has also become the new meta for training hit points XP. The best way to achieve max zeal is by dumping fragments in the middle obelisk, as well as picking up and burying bones in each graveyard, which does not yield any prayer XP, so don't worry about that. After finishing up my imbues, I went ahead and tried my luck by opening the Spoils of War, which are the reward crates you can purchase by spending 30 Zeal tokens each. In these crates, you can find decent rewards totaling roughly 85k per crate, as well as the roll chance to obtain the new avatar pet, which is pretty sick looking. It can also have the ability to morph into either the Avatar of Creation or the Avatar of Destruction. Still, I have been going severely dry on this pet, and I'm ranked in the top 150 players in the game currently at the time of recording, and I still don't have the pet. Nevertheless, I will keep pushing forward to try and achieve it. Putting the agility grind behind me, I've now been focusing on some of my least trained skills on the account. For the next 2 months, I will be focusing on 99 mining through Motherlode Mine, netting me about 22k XP an hour while I work, as I don't get much chance to focus. Wait a minute, what? Hold up, wait a second here? Did I just get the golem? Oh my gosh! Yes, look at this little guy! I have a new buddy! I guess I cannot complain for going too dry after all at Soul Wars. Oh my goodness. Who would have thought that this pet had so many fashion options? I mean, just look at the endless possibilities here. This is so huge. I totally got spooned. I am aware, but I was due for it. And this is all that I needed to keep me motivated further. As I stated before, I'm continuing my approach to polish up my lower leveled stats, so I decided to go back to Blast Furnace to bang out 79 smithing and 80 smithing coming in, rounding out this stat to a respectable number for a bit. I plan to finish this stat up in the next video, as this one will be a quickie compared to some of my recent 99s. Now onto some news. At the start of this video, I hinted at some new content for Obby Maulers, and I was not bluffing at all. Just recently, Jagex has announced an equipment rebalancing blog that highlighted changes for Warhammer type weapons. Jagex proposed Warhammers to no longer require an attack level to wield, but in turn require the corresponding strength level instead. Yes, this also means that the Dragon Warhammer will also be included for consistency purposes, as described in the most recent blog. Jagex also wants to buff the stats of Bronze to Rune Warhammers to be more or less on par with battle axes in the same class. Buffing the Rune Warhammer and dropping the attack requirement on it means that Obbies will be able to finally PK in free-to-play. Jagex has also decided not to buff the Dragon Warhammer stats because it's far too powerful already, but the sole fact that they have included this weapon in the proposal means that Obbies will gain a valuable asset in terms of PvP and PvM. Notoriously, Obbies don't really have a reliable, powerful spec weapon at the moment, but this will fix that crutch, allowing maxed 1 defense Obby Mauler, for example, to hit up to 63 damage with a single Dragon Warhammer spec. I cannot wait to see how these changes affect Obbies in PvP and PvM, but I will continue to update this channel with exciting new videos on the newly announced Warhammer content. If you do not have an Obby Mauler now, I see no reason not to make one, as Warhammers are going to quite literally change this build forever. I wish you all great success on your own builds, and I am delighted to still continue to create Obby related content in which you all enjoy. I cannot thank you enough for sharing this wonderful experience with me. What a time to be an Obby. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more Warhammer content down the line. Comment down below with any feedback or suggestions, and don't forget to just Dragon Warhammer that like button. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, peace.